Hey yogis, today we are going to be focusing a lot on the core, and not only is having a strong core healthy for just an everyday healthy body, but in our yoga practice it can make our transitions a lot smoother, it can help with arm balancing and just balances in general. So let's go ahead and start lying on our back today. So just go ahead and lie down. You can take your feet together, your knees nice and wide. Take one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. And as usual, just take a moment to settle into your body and into the space that you're in today. Begin to feel the breath traveling between your two hands. Work on the consistency of that breath, seeing if you can smooth out the transitions between your inhales and your exhales. And just take one last big breath in through your nose. Maybe sigh it out through your mouth if that feels good. Okay, and then take your hands down alongside your thighs and just bring your knees back together. And we'll take our knees into our chest, just rocking side to side for a moment. Okay. And then keep the right knee exactly where it is and send the left leg straight forward. We're going to interlace our hands behind the right thigh and straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. So just start to roll out your right ankle. So it's okay if your right knee doesn't straighten out all the way. Almost every yoga pose really has nothing to do with what you look like here, but what you're feeling in your body. And start to point the toes and then flex the foot. And then point the toes again and then flex the toes towards your face. Good, one more time like that. Point and then flex. Then keep the foot flexed and just start to walk your hands kind of up that right leg if you can, right? If you need to keep your hands down here, that's absolutely okay. Just start pointing the toes and then flexing the foot towards your face. Good, so point and flex and point and flex. Awesome. And then stay right here. We're going to go ahead and release the right leg. So if your hamstrings are a little tight today, you can just bend this right knee a little bit. That's going to make this easier. Take your arms up overhead so that the thumbs touch the floor. And I want you to press your belly button down towards the mat. So you should feel your ribs sort of knitting together right away. Your stomach activates. You can feel your abdomen. And then push through the left heel. Let's take a breath in. And on your exhale, lift your left foot up off of the floor, squeeze your inner thighs together. Again, you should really feel everything start to activate now. Okay, take a breath here. With your exhale, we're going to reach our arms up, lifting the neck, the chest, the shoulders off of the floor. Reach for the left toes, look up at your right foot. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Good. With an inhale, reach your arms back up overhead. You can relax the head, neck, and shoulders, but keep the left foot lifted. As you exhale, reach forward again, lifting the heart. Good. Move with the breath now. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale as you reach your hands towards the left foot. Good. We're going for 5. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. Good. Stay with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Last one. Good. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. Pause here. Bend your right knee. Grab your knee with your left hand. Come into a simple spinal twist just for a breath. Nice. Really full inhale into your abdomen here. Big exhale. Nice. Come right back into center. Drop both knees into your chest. Again, rock a little bit side to side. And then send that right leg forward onto the floor, left knee in. Okay. We're gonna interlace our hands around that left hamstring, straighten the left leg towards the ceiling and roll out your left ankle. So letting in some space into the shin, the calf, foot. And then point the toes, flex the foot, point and flex, point and flex. Awesome. I'm starting to draw that leg in a little bit here. Okay. See if you can really lengthen through both heels. Then again, we're going to release the left leg. So if you need to put a bend in your knee, by all means do so. Take your arms up overhead. Okay, and then push the belly button down towards the mat so you feel your lower back lengthening down on the floor. Press through both heels, take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your right foot up off of the floor 1 inch and squeeze your inner thighs toward each other, toward the midline. Take a breath. As you exhale, reach your arms towards the right foot, look up at the ceiling. Again, inhale fully, exhale fully. Good, now let's move with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forwards. Good, 2 more, inhale. Exhale, squeeze those inner thighs, inhale. Press through the feet, exhale, reach. Nice job, you guys. Inhale, reach all the way back up. Go ahead and release the right foot down, bend the left knee, simple spinal twist for 1 breath. Good. Turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Full breath into the abdomen. Full breath out. Okay, and then come back into center. Grab a hold behind both thighs and just kind of rock yourself right up to seated. And we're going to come right into an all fours position. So if you just roll over your thighs or however you want to meet us here, go for it. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let's take a few simple cat-cows. Okay, so drop the belly, lift the chest up. Take a breath in, look forward. As you exhale, round your spine, draw the navel inch into chest. Again, inhale as you pull the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Then come back to neutral. Now we're gonna get that core again fired up. So tuck your toes underneath. Make sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And I want you to puff your upper back towards the ceiling. Okay, it's almost like you're spreading your scapulas away and you're rounding your spine, curling your tailbone down. So right away you should feel that activation come into the shoulders. Now push down into the floor with your feet and try hovering your knees up off of the mat 1 inch. Good. And then pull your feet towards your hands. Keep pushing your upper back towards the ceiling, tucking your tailbone down. You should feel this in your belly, your shoulders, maybe even your thighs. Good. Start to breathe. Good. It's going to be a little heated. It's going to get hard. Stay with the breath. 3 more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Puff your upper back towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Step your feet back and just hold it. You have this. Now tuck your belly and lengthen through the crown of your head. You can always drop your knees if you need to. Take 1 more breath. Downward facing dog. Lift those hips up and back. Soften the heels. Nice, guys. Sway your head from side to side. Good. Take a long breath in through the nose. Big breath out. Good. From here, take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale. And either stay here, work on rounding the right hip down, straightening out the leg like you're pushing your right foot into something. If you want more of a challenge today, you guys, roll forward into your plank pose. And making sure your shoulders line up right over the wrist. Right leg stays lifted. This is hard. Now breathe. Good. Tuck the belly in. Nice. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round your spine, press the floor away from you, and then step your right foot forward. Whew, we made it. Come up into a crescent lunge. Okay. If your arms are super tired, a trick is to just bend your elbows out wide. Okay. Maybe extend your arms all the way up overhead. Okay. Zip up the belly again. Bend nice and deep into that right thigh. Good. We're gonna bring our hands into our heart. Lean forward. Good. Now press down into your right foot to lift your left leg up off of the mat, warrior three. And a trick here, if you're really struggling with balance at home, you can always grab blocks and place them under your hands and try to stay lifted in the chest, so that's an option. Otherwise, if you want more of a challenge, more strengthening in the core, try reaching your arms forward. Good. And then push through the back foot, stretch through the fingertips and breathe. Almost there for 3, for 2, last inhale. Slowly step your left foot to the back of the mat, reach your arms up high, inhale. As you exhale, take your left hand inside your right foot to a twist here. Good, so we want to pull our right hip bone back, stretch the right arm up towards the ceiling. And again, we have lots of options. This is like bus stop yoga, so either stay where you are, or drop your left heel to the left, push into your left hand, and step the right foot to the back of the mat into your side plank. All right, an option here is to drop your bottom knee, keep the hips nice and lifted, look up. But if you want that added challenge, both knees stay up. We're here for 2 more breaths. See if you can lift your hips up towards the ceiling, using those obliques a little bit more. And then exhale, hands to mat. Nice job. Step it right back into your downward facing dog. You notice that your heart rate is lifted, that's okay. See if you can once again just elongate your breath. Softening what you can, like your face and your heels. Good. We're going to keep moving. So left leg is going to lift straight up and back. Our hips are square. And again, you're welcome to stay right here if this is enough. If you want that added challenge, you roll forward, plank pose. Okay, so see if you can almost, again, push your scapulas away from each other, upper back towards the sky. Back leg is strong. One more big inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine, press, and then step your foot forward, crescent lunge. Your arms are gonna lift up over your head. Good. And again, if you want to rest your shoulders for a moment, arms can come out or always to your hips. And then just settle into that front thigh. Relax your face. Bring your hands into your heart. We're going to lean forward. And then again, press down into the left leg to lift the right leg up. Warrior three. And from here, roll your right hip bone down slightly. Push into your right foot. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Options are to take the hands to blocks, or for more of a challenge, reach your arms out in front of you. Make sure there's a soft bend in your left knee so you're not hyperextending. Keep plugging the shoulder blades in, squeezing that lower belly in. Good, you guys step back, crescent lunge, bend your left knee, step the right foot back, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand inside the left foot, left arm towards the ceiling. Good. Gently draw your left hip bone back, squeezing the left thigh in towards the belly. Then we have options. You either stay exactly as you are, or you come into your side plank. Right, so right heel will drop to the right, left foot steps back. You can lower that right knee if you'd like. And then root down into the right hand to lift the hips, maybe just a little bit higher. Maybe look up for more of a challenge. Yes, breathe, inhale. Exhale, hands to mat. Nice work, yogis. Plank pose. Pull the lower belly in. Root down through the hands once again. Good, inhale. Child's pose on your exhale. Lower your knees. Take your hips back to your heels. Find a moment to rest. Good, just know that you feel like this is challenging today, that's okay. The whole point of yoga is really to feel things in your body, so just remember that. forward. And we're gonna come into our dolphin pose. Okay, so dolphin, we're gonna lower our forearms down. It's basically like downward facing dog on your forearms. So you wanna make sure that your elbows are shoulder distance apart. You can check that by simply grabbing your elbows with both hands, and that means that you are in perfect alignment. Stretch out your fingers nice and wide, and then lean forward so you can tuck your toes underneath. And from there, we'll just lift our hips up. Okay, so it's a good shoulder stretch. It's also working our shoulders. And try to soften your heels down towards the floor as you energetically lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling to lengthen the back of the legs. Good, this might seem hard. This is actually going to be our resting position, so it's going to feel good after we come from plank, okay? I promise. So you're going to slowly look forward, walk your feet back into a low plank. So now your hips should be level, right, with your heels, or in one straight line with your heels and your shoulders. And then again, sort of like we did before, we're going to push your upper back towards the ceiling and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Tuck the belly, and you'll always have the option to drop your knees. Stay with the breath. We have one more breath. Good, try to bring those hips up a little bit. That's it. Now lift the hips, come back to dolphin. Yes, walk your feet in. Get a little bit of relief here. Take 2 breaths. You can always bend your knees if you want to find more relief on the shoulders. Come back to your low plank. We're only here for 3 breaths this time. You can always drop your knees, you guys, but stay pulling up with that lower belly, pressing the shoulder blades away from each other. Good, big inhale. Exhale back to dolphin, we're almost there. Full inhale, full exhale. Nice, and then last time, you guys, low plank. We're not here for long, 3 breaths. Root through the fingertips. Stretch down through the heels. Inhale here, and then exhale, release your hips all the way down to the floor. Nice job. If you're a little shaky, that's okay, I was too, right? It's supposed to be challenging. I want you to stretch your fingertips out nice and wide here. The elbows can be slightly in front of the shoulders. This is a really nice stretch after all that core work. Press down to the tops of the feet. Good, inhale. As you exhale, slowly release your left elbow. So you're going to turn the left forearm towards the front of your mat. Okay. And we're going to bring those legs to touch each other. And we're going to bend our right knee. Reach back and grab a hold of the right ankle with the right hand. Okay. It's a little bit of a quad stretch to begin. You can work on pulling the foot in towards your glute. Keep lifting up through your chest. So in yoga, a lot of times when we work our core, we work our shoulders really hard too. So if they're getting tired, that's okay, it's normal. Okay, and then grab a hold of your ankles. You have like a really good grip on it. And do your best. This might not happen today, but it might. Try to push your foot into your hands so your right knee lifts up off of the floor. Okay, and then maybe take your left leg off of the floor as well. Yeah. And then maybe take your left arm forward. Okay, so now we're working the whole back side of your core, right? Oftentimes we mistake the core for just being the abs, but there's a whole other side to it. So then lengthen through the top of the head, lift the heart, breathe in, and then slowly release. Okay. Stack your hands on top of each other, bring your forehead to your hands, and just drop your feet from side to side. Totally releasing your lower back. Awesome, come back into center. Bring those knees to touch. Ground down through the right forearm. We're gonna go right into the other side here. Okay, so left hand reaches back for the left ankle. We pull our chest forward, draw the left foot in, find the quad stretch. By pulling your right shoulder back. So then grab a hold of that left foot nice and strong. Okay, here we go. Lift your left knee off of the floor if you can. If it doesn't go all the way, no problem. Maybe reach your right leg off of the mat. Maybe reach your right arm forward. Plug the shoulders in. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And Good, you're almost there. Lengthen through the crown of the head, inhale. And exhale, slowly release. All right, so dropping your knees side to side again, just kind of taking a moment to release your lower back after all that work it just did. And then we're just gonna make our way into child's pose. So just ground your hands down underneath your shoulders, release your feet, and just press all the way back towards your child's pose. And take this time to relax your arms. They've been working hard for you. Just feel the sensations in the body, wherever those may be. Gently just roll up to a kneeling position. So you're going to be sitting on your feet. We're going to take, just going to move forward a little bit. Take your hips right up over your knees here. Okay, so we're coming into sort of like a camel stance, but we're not quite coming into camel. We're going to reach our arms forward. Make sure that your knees are lined up directly under your hips and your feet are directly behind your knees. Okay, I want you to plug your belly button, and again, almost like a slight pelvic tilt, right? So your tailbone's tucking down, your hips, your pelvis is coming forward just a little bit, and then lengthen up to the top of your head. Now, nothing changes from the knees all the way to the top of the head here, okay? So you're just gonna start leaning back into your feet, and it's gonna take a lot of strength in your thighs and the front of your core now to keep you right here, okay? So finding that sort of edge where it feels like you can't quite hold it for very long, but it's that tipping point where you almost can't do it, but you're still in it. I want you to go there. Okay, and then close your eyes, push down through the feet. Next inhale, lift right back up to neutral. And then exhale again, tuck the belly and come straight back to where you were before. Using your core, soften your shoulders, soften your face. And then inhale, come forward again. Last time as you exhale, lean back, tuck the tailbone under. Good, and stay in your work. We all showed up on our mat today for one reason or another. Good, stay in it, 2 more breaths. Last inhale, and exhale, release. Good, take your hands down to the floor. Swing your legs out to one side, come down into a seated position. All right, we're almost there. We're gonna grab our block for this next one. We're gonna take it in between the thighs for our boat pose. Okay, so right sort of below the knees. And then you're just gonna rock back. And what this is gonna force you to do is it's gonna force you to keep your legs pulling together to engage more of the belly. So not only just the legs, but also your lower belly is gonna be working hard. Come up to your tippy toes. Squeeze the block, almost like you're trying to crush the block, right? Reach your arms forward and then try to pick up your feet. Okay? And then lift up through the crown of the head. Lift the chest forward towards those feet. Nice. Let's try to breathe in, straighten out the legs. And then as you exhale, we bend the knees, bring the chest back towards the block. Squeeze tight. Yeah, and then inhale, lift the chest up, straighten out. Exhale as you bend the knees, pull in tight. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Almost there. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Pause. Pause. You've got this. 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Nice job. Let those feet go back down. Release your block. Place it off to the side. Go ahead and lie down. Bring your knees into your chest, just like we started. Lying down on the mat. And then just rock side to side once again here. Spinal twist. So keeping the right knee into the chest, take the left leg forward. Just take a nice, simple spinal twist to finish up here today. Just stretching out the abs. Gaze over the right hand. Try to keep the right shoulder grounded. Slowly from side to side. Then send your right leg forward and down onto the floor. Same thing, simple spinal twist towards the other side. It's the second time we're doing this today, so you might notice that after being a little bit warmer, the second time I feel a little bit different. Up just like we started. Okay, so bring your feet down onto the floor, bringing the feet to touch, and then allow the knees to fall out nice and wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Okay, right hand on the belly,